Once the most prosperous granary in Lesland, Golden Rye Pasture is now a shell of its former self, crawling with pests of unusual size and aggressive scarecrows called harvesters who do not hesitate to kill you once provoked. How did the Golden Rye Pasture become what it is today? What caused these pests and harvesters to arrive? And is there any hope left for the future? Welcome, adventurers and travelers. Today we will be discussing the Golden Rye Pastures, an interesting place that shows what war can do once it's over. Have a seat, get something to drink and to eat, and listen to the story of the Golden Rye Pasture while resting up. What is the Golden Rye Pasture? Golden Rye Pasture is a grain producing granary that used to be the most prominent granary in all of Lesland before it had its downfall. Next to producing grain, it also produces apples, blueberries, tomatoes, honey, and has a mandrake farm. What exactly mandrakes are is not clear. However, they are described as plants that stay half buried underground and only come above when provoked. Furthermore, legend says that when you hear it shriek, you are destined to die soon. One of the dishes that uses ingredients from the Golden Rye Pastures is Lesland-styled braised meat. For this recipe, you are supposed to use honey from the Golden Rye Pasture, which would give the same taste to the meat regardless of which version of the meat you use. That just marinating the meat in it is enough and you do not need to season it anymore. Another part of the Golden Rye Pasture seems to be that an apothecary lives there with his apprentice. It is not clear what exact the reason for this is, but it seems to be due to the abundance of material surrounding the farm and the proximity of adjacent regions. Golden Rye Pasture encompasses a large area spanning from Castleton to the Starlight Observatory. On the south side, the shores of Windmill are to be found. Northwest, Black Hole Plains can be found. To the northeast, Urstella Fields is situated. Spread around Golden Rye Pasture, many houses can be found. It seems that the Golden Rye Pasture is not one big farm, but multiple small farms operated by families, which together form the Golden Rye Pasture. Inhabitants of Golden Rye Pasture. As mentioned before, Golden Rye Pasture is mostly inhabited by farmers and other tradesmen. However, next to humans, there are also monsters who call it their home. The most prominent of these monsters are the enlarged pests that roam around on the farmland. These pests are categorized in wasps and scarabs, who are intertwined in a constant battle with violent harvesters. Next to these monsters, an adventurer or farmer can come across goblin rustlers or thieving goblin rustlers during the night. These goblins can be found stealing tools and supplies from the farmers. The Cursed Rain. The downfall of the Golden Rye Pasture started when the cursed rain started falling. When the Archeum Legion invaded Lesland and failed to take over Castleton, they used a last-ditch effort to make sure that the Golden Rye Pasture was destroyed. They summoned a rain over the pasture. This rain caused the pests, who called the pasture its home, to enlarge to gigantic proportions and turn them into violent monsters. The rain, furthermore, caused the rye to be destroyed and not grow as well as before. When talking to the contaminated rain researcher Lena, we can figure out that the water was imbued with special instances that causes the pests to grow. We learn from the sisters Martine and Adriana that Adriana was the one who summoned the rain. It turns out that the Archeum Legion had forced Adriana to summon the rain by kidnapping her sister. The Archeum Legion had tampered with the ritual to summon the rain, so that it caused the pests living in the area to grow in size and turn hostile, and destroy the farmland. This in turn caused the farmers to panic and ask the Benelux wizards for help. The solution. However, the Benelux wizards were known to be slow and methodical in their response. This caused the farmers to seek a faster solution. They asked the Wandering Wizards for help. The Wandering Wizards, helpful as they were, made the harvesters to protect the farmers from the monsters. In the beginning, this worked very well. However, it turned out that the wizard had overseen a mistake in the magical schemata of the harvesters. They had accounted for wear and tear. However, what they did not account for was the degradation of the schemata due to long nights outside, rain, winds, rot in the wood, and damage due to fighting. This caused the magic schemata inside the root to get exposed and or destroyed, making the harvesters malfunction, in turn attacking everything in their path, including farmers. When the farmers realized what had happened, they tried to go back to the Wandering Wizards. However, the wizards had been long gone and were nowhere to be found. The farmers turned to Lord Hobbs for protection. Unfortunately, due to the fact that the harvesters were not considered a serious threat, not enough soldiers were dispatched to deal with all the harvesters. This caused most of the farmers to leave Golden Rye Pasture due to the threat of the enlarged pests, the malfunctioning harvesters, and the devastation of the Archeum Legion. To conclude, due to the Archeum Legion invasion, the cursed rain, which caused violent and large pests to spawn, the degraded grow quality of rye, and the malfunctioning harvesters, the Golden Rye Pasture has never recovered back to its former glory. However, not all hope is lost, as the malfunctioning harvesters can be destroyed if enough manpower is put out to it, and researchers such as Lena continue to find a cure for the pests. One day, Golden Rye Pasture might return to its former glory. Thank you for watching this video. This is the first video I have made for this channel, and I hope you enjoyed learning something about the Golden Rye Pasture. This channel will mainly focus around the lore of Throne and Liberty, since I found the lore super interesting but noticed that a lot of the content is quite hard to find. That's why I started this channel, so people who want to learn about the lore but don't want to spend too much time finding every codex to still learn the lore. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any feedback or points of improvements, be sure to leave a comment so I can improve my videos. And if you enjoyed watching this video, then I would greatly appreciate it if you leave a like, and if you want to learn more about Throne and Liberty's lore, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Once again, thank you for watching this video.